Hey Crestwood, happy Wednesday to you. Hope you all are doing well today on this Wednesday, May 28th. Hope God is blessing you and you are receiving those blessings and are pausing to give thanks for them in the midst of your day. I'm certainly thankful for you and honored to bring you this devotional for Wednesday, May 28th. Been reading a book. It's not really a memoir. It's sort of a collection of essays from a lady named Liz Phair. Liz Phair was a very popular kind of alt rock girl back in the early 90s or so. Back when I was in college, I was a big fan of her and her music. I thought she was fantastic. I was looking up online the other day. She's almost 60 now. And I'm like, wow, how did she get old? And I stayed the same age. It's unbelievable to me that she should be that old. But this book is a great collection of essays about different observations in her life. She's a fantastic writer and writes just with real emotion and vulnerability. And I really appreciate that about this book. And I was reading one chapter where she was talking about coming home from an international flight and watching all the businessmen jockeying to see who can be the first one to go through customs. Like they were racing to get somewhere, and they were vying to see who would be first. I want to read you a section of what she wrote because it really spoke to me and spoke to who we are called to be as Christians. She writes, I witnessed their silent, desperate grappling as they round a corner, their shoulders bumping into each other, their dress shoes slipping and sliding over the polished floor. It's a white-collar blood sport. I'm surprised they don't hit one another over the head with their briefcases. It isn't civilized, it isn't generous, and it isn't normal. These professionals are just a bunch of savages. They're not winners, they're ridiculous. There's no level to which I can aspire that will guarantee safety and kindness or even authenticity. And she says this. So in the end, what's it all for? Here I was feeling like a star, being treated like a star, but what's important in real life is doing the decent thing. It's like Camus says in The Plague that there's an absurdity to the universe and you can either do nothing or continue to push to do the best you can. And the best you can do is just do the decent thing. There's no payoff. The good people of the world are those who, in spite of there being no payoff, do the decent thing anyway. That's what being human is. That's the example of a human, being. I love that. It really spoke to me because it's so easy for us to get caught up in this culture of productivity where our value is defined by what we do and how well we do it and how quickly we do it. There's this drive for efficiency. There's this drive for effectiveness. There's this drive for productivity. And sometimes that can lead us to not being decent to one another, to treating other people like commodities, to only seeing what we can get from them, sort of a what have you done for me lately mentality. And what Phair's words said to me was a reminder of the importance of just doing the decent thing first. Letting someone go before you in line, recognizing someone's pain and pausing your own day to stop and to be with them, to be present with them. There are hundreds of opportunities a day to do the decent thing. And my fear is that I only choose a fraction of those because I'm so tunnel vision, so focused, so only aware of myself and not of others. And her words there speak to me about who Christ calls us to be. Christ simply calls us to do the decent thing. Because when we do the decent thing, then we are truly living into our beingness as humans, as God's children, as God's creation, that we are called to be on this planet, to be in this life, to share Christ's love with others, to spread the gospel of Jesus, to shine Christ's light. And that is always done when we choose to do the decent thing. Even, as she says, when there's no payoff. If we do something in order to get something back, that's not the decent thing because there's something in it for us. What does it mean for us to not worry about the payoff, not worry about the consequences, not worry about what we get from it or what we lose from it, but if we just choose to do the decent thing first, period? And trust that doing the decent thing is following Jesus Christ each and every day. Crestwood, I want to encourage you to look around you today. There's someone who needs to know that they are still loved. There's someone who needs your time, who needs your attention, who needs your presence. There's something that needs to be done just because it is worth doing. Doesn't matter what the payoff is. When we do the decent thing, as Phair writes, that's an example of a human, being. Let's be today, Crestwood. Let's be the humans that God created us to be. Let's find somebody who needs something done for them, and then let's do the decent thing, period. God bless you, Crestwood.